Let's talk about Cleric of AION 2. In today's video, I want to focus on the feedback of the players who have played AION 2 for the first time on servers in Korea and Taiwan during AFGT test. In front of you, you can see summarized feedback. How does Cleric feel under the fingers? Everything what you need to know regarding this class from the feedback of the players who have played this class during FGT test, you'll find out in today's video. Also, make sure other videos of this type of my YouTube channel, I can collect all the feedback. I can actually try to gather all the available information. Also, big thank you to whoever have created this file. This is a very nice here post written summarized data regarding information. How does player feel about different classes of AION 2? So in today's video, I want to focus on Cleric. I also compare Cleric of AION 1 with AION 2 Cleric. What is different? So let's dive into today's video. Before we start, let me just say, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm preparing lots of content regarding AION 2, PvP-wise and PvE-wise. Everything what you need to know, best builds for each class, dungeons, raids, crafting, news and updates. You'll find it here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. Visit me on Twitch every day about 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in world of AION 2. But now let's focus on the main topic of this video. Feedback of the players who have played Cleric class for the first time. Cleric class of AION 2. You can see here title of this part of the post, Cure. Don't worry, this is actually Cleric, and this is a rough translation from traditional Chinese language to English language, so take that in consideration. Some things you can take here with grain of salt. This is only feedback of the players. This is not official information from NCSoft. However, you want to see how do players feel about the Cleric and some main information about this class. Okay, so let's check what we have here. Cure, Cleric. Cannot use shortcut keys to switch teammates. Still have the attack breath and blood breath of the first generation. This here, attack breath and blood breath, this actually means that summoning servant from the first generation. It's a rough translation. Like I said, there is one summoning servant we have seen during a gameplay footage already from second live stream from NCSoft. We have seen a little bit of Cleric gameplay. You can check that dedicated video on my YouTube channel maybe like few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, where I'm showing you Cleric in action during dungeon gameplay. We have seen Cleric summoning one of the servants. This was Holy Breath. There was one servant actually making damage, not healing, making damage. They didn't need any kind of healing. So looks like there will be some kind of summoning thing looking like this, which will be able to heal and damage, right? Do damage depending on the occasion. The blood breath range is very small. So this blood breath means HP. Healing servant range is very small. The blood skill cooldown is long and reading bar is slow. So this here, guys, healing skill, blood skill, this is actually means healing skill. Cooldown is very long and reading bar is slow. The status removal and instant buff are combined together. So status removal, do they mean some kind of dispel? Possibly. And instant buff. All teammates are instantly buffed plus status removal. I think this is dispel, I'm guessing, and buff. The cooldown is very long, of course. If there is a dispel, then cooldown should be long. What I mean by dispel, of course, you know that if you have already played AION before. If you didn't, yes, there are some statuses which you can get which are negatively impacting your character, and Cleric, main healing class of this game, is able to remove that negative status from you by using dispel. Now, there will be maybe dispel or not. From this post, looks like yes. Also, just to mention that Cleric is going to use shield and mace as main weapon and the only weapon for now. There is no any kind of secondary weapon or other option. There is no any kind of swapping of weapon or even other weapon to use. In AION 2, at least for now, developers of the game have decided to implement one weapon system per class. One weapon, that's it. In the past, differently from original AION 1 and AION Classic, where you would be able to use lots of weapons, maybe not a lot, but different weapons for each class. Now, for example, Gladiator can use only Greatsword. Yes, only Greatsword. Cleric is using Shield and Mace. On the other side, Templar, Sword and Mace. Ranger is using Longbow. Spirit Master is using Orb, actually 2 orbs this time. Actually pretty interesting, right? 2 orbs, not only 1, but it's a 1 weapon, Orb. Then we have Sorcerer using Spellbook or Book. Of course, we have Assassin using Daggers. And we have a Chanter using Staff. That's it. 1 weapon per class. That means for Cleric, Shield and Mace. So this cannot be used frequently. And Eustace Glory has the option of reducing the reading time after specialization skill. So specialization, basically every skill has some specializations. You're upgrading your skill and getting basically better effects for your skill. The ability of Healing Star to assist and output has been improved. So this is very interesting that you can see here that output has been improved, but the blood adding ability is weak. Blood adding, healing is weak. So yeah, guys, this is very interesting feedback which I have already seen from many FGT players, not only within this post, within many other posts. Everybody's saying that Cleric healing is very weak. Is that a surprise? Not really. For one modern MMORPG, developers, even that we have Holy Trinity system in AION 2. Yes, we have Trinity system in this game, DPS, tank and healer. However, developers went a little bit more in hybrid direction, and you have a feeling that each class is much more playable solo, that you can DPS on each class, and obviously healing is feeling weaker. You can see here the team cannot rely on healing and must dodge skills by themselves. Can you, I mean, this sentence alone feels like it's not real when you compare Cleric with original AION, right? With original AION Cleric. The team cannot rely on healing. Really? You must dodge skills by themselves. There will be different kind of mechanics like dodge, parry, block, mitigating, blink. Depending on the class, there will be, every class has some kind of mitigation ability depending on the class specific skill. So you need to rely on yourself, on your defense abilities, on you watching situation around you, reacting on different kind of things, because Cleric alone with healing cannot heal you. It's not enough. Healing is weak, which is very, very interesting comparing to original AION, where you can see usually Cleric in the party always shouting, keep party closer, don't go away. Cleric really could heal you a lot in original AION. Now, healing of Cleric is looking diminished. However, another important information, this is only feedback of the players who have played this game for the first time. Maybe later in the game, maybe in some in-game, maybe also some player who is more used to of playing healing classes, maybe they will be able to heal better. So this is only general impression. Maybe this impression is not correct. Take that in consideration. The healing output of the first generation is difficult, but the second generation feels very easy to output, and there will be no situation where you can't beat monsters when leveling. So, regarding DPS of the Cleric, it's increased. Also, we have seen for another support class, Chanter. I've already done video regarding Chanter on my YouTube channel, similar type feedback video, and also regarding skills. Check those videos on my YouTube channel. You just scroll down a little bit, you'll find dedicated videos about skills of the Chanter. They have also increased for AION 2 DPS output of the Chanter. Even the Chanter have some healing abilities, also AoE healing abilities and party healing abilities. And also, obviously, here for Cleric, they have increased DPS output. Again, is that strange? No. As I have already mentioned, as one modern MMORPG, we have seen that in cases of many other new upcoming MMORPGs, developers are trying to make classes that you can play solo. That you don't have a class which would be weak on DPS, very strong on heal. No, they want to have every class to have certain DPS output that you can not only level up solo, that you can play later solo in endgame, that you can go in rifting, PvP, but also to clean, so that you can clean solo type of the dungeons. So that is the reason, one of the reasons why not only in AION 2, but obviously also in AION 2, classes are more hybrid, and definitely Cleric is having higher DPS output, but of course, you need to be diminished on some side. Healing is weaker. Party members, they need to rely on themselves. Dodge, mitigate, blink, block, parry, whatever. Help yourself, because Cleric can't heal you enough. At least that is feedback of the players. You can see this holy bread. This will be that summoning servant. This is one picture. And you can see here lower, add blood plus remove status skills. Add blood actually means basically healing you, adding your HP. Remove status skills. Does that mean dispel? Probably yes. This will be group skill, right? Dispel and maybe at the same time heal, right? So this will be it, guys, regarding Cleric from the feedback of the players. If I see some additional information regarding Cleric, I will let you know about that instantly here on my YouTube channel. Of course, I'll try to play Cleric on November 18 already on servers in Korea and Taiwan. You will see real gameplay footage of Cleric here on my YouTube channel. Also, guides for Cleric, best builds, best gear for Cleric and for any other class, right? You will see it here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to play all the classes. I'm going to try all the classes on Korean and Taiwanese servers so that we can get ready for global release of AION 2, and you will see dedicated videos on my YouTube channel after release of the game, which will happen on November 18 on servers in Korea and Taiwan. However, for today, just to let you know, how does Cleric feel from the feedback of the players who have played Cleric for the first time during FGT tests. If you are interested into AION 2, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm preparing lots of videos, guides for new players, PvP-wise and PvE-wise, best builds for each class, guilds, dungeons, raids, crafting, news, and updates. Everything what you need to know from World of AION 2, you'll find it here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. I'm live streaming every single day about 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of AION 2. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, and see you soon with another AION 2 video.